as Hartenstein and Naz Reid. Center court, and away we go. Thank you for being with us. This home game sandwiched in between a bunch of road games.
McDaniels didn't allow him to get around and forced him to shoot a flat-footed shot.
Nice ball fake inside on an excellent pass and find from Hartenstein as Cason Wallace was right there.
That's good action, good activity. The tap out.
Edwards so good on the step back. Then you see the high release, that high arc. He's always ready to pull. Shai on the step back shot. That's a tough one. Not a problem for him either as he rips the cords from deep. Good player from Minnesota. He was undrafted coming out of college. Two-way player. What a drive. SGA slicing right through that Minnesota defense.
That's hard to do. That number becomes big in a close game.
McDaniels had some speed and some force going up for that jam. And now he's going to get a possible and one. But the Thunder defense so far doing a good job of limiting Minnesota. Just 13 points. McDaniels, and that's a nice play. Fading away, goes glass.
Yeah, he also uses it offensively, as you've seen in his last couple of buckets.
Minnesota going into the zone, and the Thunder busted up thanks to that Hartenstein spot. Garza flashes back outside Clark. Spacing is off. Gives it up to Edwards, and Edwards, nothing but space down the lane, and it was a wide one. Decide what to do here between the shot game. Got down low, faded away, that's his spot. Right over his cousin, he made it look easy.
In the association, certainly was in college at the University of Arkansas, where he led the NCAA in that category.
That reputation is starting to grow. And there's SGA on the baseline yet again. Got to slow down Edwards. Used his power, missed the shot. Got tapped out, but right to Wiggins. Got around Edwards, slices in, acrobatic play, and Wiggins able to finish it off.
It's just so competitive right now.
Well, everybody's got to make him a ton of games. Once again, Aaron Wiggins. How did he find the space? And he's able to spin it home yet again.
Not the three-point shot. He was 4 of 4 from downtown last night.
Wiggins once again approaching double digits as McDaniels off the pogo stick. Coming out of that Minnesota timeout, Wallace. They wanted to go for the alley-oop, but got deflected right over to Jaden. He's able to throw it down.
He's a point center, one of the few guys that does it like that. That's a nice move that time by Edwards. Took his time, surveyed the defense.
Of Anthony Edwards, big-time playmaker. That was a pretty move. SGA off the screen, fires away. SGA buries it from deep.
You told me the key has been getting those stops defensively and getting out on the break. So it all starts on the defensive end for OKC tonight, guys.
Yeah, thank you, Paris. And those kind of matchups that the Thunder have been doing really well with, even though Naz Reid, do you think opposing teams in good defensive minds like Chris Finch, do they like having to, as SGA is going to get the and one, playing through some contact there. That's where SGA starts licking his chops. Major flyby action, and Conley, who had the first shot of the game for Minnesota, quiet until that made three. Edwards, who hasn't had a lot of space to maneuver, finds Conley, gets the feet behind the three-point line. Edwards got up top, and finally on the third effort, he's able to tap it home.
Well, sometimes I used to like unpacking the shirt just to say, look, this is how I am. Don't mess with me. Just the Thunder continue to knock down those threes.
Point. Cason Wallace, more defense from him. You see him retreat back there, trying not to make contact with McDaniels. Wallace saw the lean in coming. Another double team, Thunder ready for it. There's the cut, Dort blocked. Kick out, J-Dub off the catch. That's good from downtown. Here's SGA on the move, has pocket pick, man, right into Dillingham. Here come the Wolves, and that's going to be an and one. Comes off the steal. SGA ran right into him. Finally into double digits. There's such a different team with him as opposed to Gobert. SGA cracks 30 yet again.
By Edwards, not a whole lot on that play.
I got a little early there. It's Wiggins off the dive, and SGA's got another assist. And more opportunity. Joe, open, fires. No, J-Dub knew that Wiggins was down there. He tapped it over to him for the layup.
How did he know that? Spur of the moment thing. Two guys who've been playing together for a while.
Edwards just dribbled it off of his foot. Joe diving for it. Got there ahead of Reed. He's down. Wiggins gonna follow the miss. Dillingham playing for the 34th time of the season. As J-Dub got down low, and then the turnaround shot. He located the rim and said, I think I'm just gonna bank this one in.
He just plays.
Alexander Walker, that's a wild shot, like scooped it up with the left hand. Disruption there, Kenridge. So he tried to get it to Cason Wallace, and the hands were quick from McDaniels. Shannon on the other end, that's a two. And how do you have the ability to make such an impact at such a young age?
Well, I think a lot of it is the people you play with. I mean, I think that's a big part of, the system you're playing in.
Caruso, they leave him open. Caruso tried to do what he did last night. There's a back tap. SGA, reload three, straight away. Not going to miss that tap. Well, the Thunder have had such a bulky lead in this game. It's just kind of been continuing. Cason Wallace going to commit a foul he did not want to commit. Shai, the lob. J-Dub tried to get it with one hand. Couldn't put it down. Shannon. And the Timberwolves get a little closer. It's a 12-point game. See what he decides to do. Going right through the defense. SGA goes long strides. And a much-needed two here as this fourth quarter gets a little deeper.
17 tonight.
Just continues to ascend with his game as Edwards lost his footing. Dort was on him, trying to create an on-man rush. As J-Dub is going to power it up over Alexander Walker for the layup. Not playing Anthony Edwards here in crunch time for Minnesota as Reed on the step back, and Naz Reed with the big three. And an opportunity to get a little closer. The Thunder just not executing at all on the offensive end. Reed drives, floats, and scores. Didn't get to the free throw line. Now you got to play some defense. Dillingham right around Caruso. He lays it up and in. And it's a 5-point game. Get it. McDaniels driving, lost it, and they're going to call the blocking foul. It's going to put Minnesota at the free throw line.
What to do here in this second half is get to the free throw line. Advantage in the first half.
And forced to play this one out. McDaniels, the option here. He's the first option. Will drive on Caruso, who commits the foul. And McDaniels lays it up and in. He's going to go to the line to tie this game. From the Thunder over the course of the season, McDaniels ties it with 12 seconds to go. Shai drives in there, short on the layup attempt. Here comes Minnesota. Alexander Walker, he'll put it up to win it. And he misses it wide right, which pushes this game into overtime.
You can't blame Chris Finch. This is a group that got you there.
Shai down the lane, left-handed layup, puts it up, and gets fouled. The Thunder going to be going to the playoffs later this year. This is something that we haven't seen from them over the course of the year as Alexander Walker on the flash pulls up and scores the two. Thunder just trying to make a shot. Caruso flashes, hangs, and flips it up and in to give OKC the 1-point lead. Ball in the hands of SGA. Pushed out by Reed. SGA down the lane. Got it to the rim. Got blocked by Edwards. The rebound to Minnesota. Chris Finch wants the timeout. First one is good. The next one would make it a 3-point game to advance the basketball. Second one is good. Some clutch free throws. There is the timeout. So waiting for somebody to break free. It's SGA. Clock is running. Shai pulls up off balance. It was on target. No good. Tapped out, and Minnesota steals one here inside paint.